Oh, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another week of following this beautiful little house down some of the prettiest roads in America. For the past several weeks, Shane has been working on a really cool project. He has been turning this adorable horse trailer into a tiny home on wheels. It is absolutely incredible, and I'm pretty sure that he is going to be finishing it up this week. But first, our new friends are about to take us on an adventure that the Love Hut just can't go on. You guys stay tuned. This is going to be a really fun week. Hey Shane, what are you doing?
I'm eating a Klondyke bar in Klondyke, Arizona. It's where they're from. Did you know that? There's polar bears here. It's so good. You have to eat it fast though. It's hot.
Alright, so this trail we're riding is called Turkey Creek. And obviously the Love Hut could not have made this journey. Fortunately, Trevor's taking us in his Jeep. I'm trying to chase this turkey so you can see it. A turkey in Arizona is a unique thing, I think. Hope we see more today. Already saw a very large diamondback. What a beautiful place.
Salazar Family Church. Yeah, that's what a church is supposed to look like.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to catch one more. This is not a turkey. This is a mammal that lives in this area, and a cudamundrake is what the people we're with is calling it. So y'all correct us if we're wrong. But look at this thing. It's like a monkey and a possum. It's hiding in these trees right here. I'm gonna hope it doesn't attack me. Oh, look at this thing. What a wild looking creature. Hey there, little dude. Oh, he's got a hurt foot. I wish I could help him.
Oh, he finally found four-wheel drive. I'm so happy to not be in the Love Hut today.
Oh, that's pretty. That's very. Whoa, guys.
Can you see him over the top?
Check it out. It's a whole herd of wild horses back there. Look how many paints are out there. Oh, that's absolutely incredible.
You're seeing something that a lot of people don't get to see because they don't even know they exist up here. I don't think they ever really look around. Oh, I won't be there.
All right. I don't know if y'all can see them.
I want you to send whatever you did to me if you would. Okay. There's a bunch of them. That's not just a couple of them. There's a bunch of them.
There they are. Look at all those paint horses. These are wild here.
Yeah, they're wild ones.
Someone let them loose years ago, and they've been breeding up in these mountains. Oh, those are gorgeous. Down the hill from that structure we were just looking at, looks like they had a water tank as well as these giant steel tubes that I assume they held fluids with. I don't really know what they were doing with this. But these are some serious structures. One has to wonder how they got them in here. This is a challenge in a very well-built Jeep. The people of this time period were determined. I hope they found all the copper. Remote. Very remote. We have slag. It looks like they were melting all of their ore that they were pulling out of the mountain and then pouring the slag down here. Ooh, there's some more. How did they get this stuff up here? Oh, look at all this Criscola, y'all. The ground's just littered with it. Wow. Unfortunately, most trails on camera don't really look. It looks like he's just driving on a flat road.
Yes, they do.
This is not flat. Oh goodness. Let's see if I point the phone level. You can barely see over the hood.
20% almost. 18%, 13 sideways.
Yeah, the love bug couldn't do this.
We've been struggling recording this endeavor for y'all, but I figured this is gonna be one of my better opportunities. This isn't necessarily the steepest thing, but this is what we've been dealing with today. Let me get up here out of the way and watch Trevor come down this thing. Now I gotta figure out how to make a love hut that can do this. Y'all got any ideas? Good job, buddy. He made that look not as intimidating as it looks. The camera doesn't even make it look as intimidating as it looks. Elevation change is really hard to record, but he pretty much had to stand on the front to come down this thing. I gotta catch up so he doesn't leave me. Good morning, y'all. Now, I have to say, being able to witness that little fluffy long-tailed critter, which I looked up, and it is a species of coati, and that is a white-nosed coati, and there are also ring-tailed coatis, and it's spelled C-O-A-T-I. I suggest you Google them. They are adorable. And I would just like to point out how amazing the people are that own this trailer, as well as this ranch that we're staying on. That was such a great experience, and it has been one great experience after another here. I really hate the fact that I'm coming to the end of this project, but that's exactly what's happening this week. Last week I left off with chaos, but controlled chaos. I have wires coming out of pretty much every open hole that is still here, because that's the point of these open holes, is to pull wires and any other accessories through. This week I've got to get all the cabinets put up. There's a hole in the roof right there they got to cut out to put the air conditioner in. Get our ceiling finished. Oh, I just have so much to do. Y'all hang on, this is going to be so much fun.
Nice. Just one more ceiling piece to go.
You and Kathy have been waiting so long.
Let's finish it.
Okay. Now, with Kelsey's assistance, I was able to get those panels up. It's kind of hard to do that alone. Now we have to tackle the seam in between the panels. And we have this beautiful trim work. And we're using this, and we're using some smaller stuff that I'm going to utilize as what I would call crown molding. But we're taking this and adhering it to the roof. Now, for any of you that are wondering how I've done that, I'm going to show you. For these ceiling panels themselves, the cloth was adhered to underlayment, so 1/4 inch cheap paneling. And we contact cemented the cloth to the wood. And then I utilized this product, and I sprayed the back of the paneling and my plywood roof that I've built, or plywood ceiling, and I sprayed both pieces. So I sprayed the entire ceiling panel outside, let it solidify, and then I got it in here, positioned it, and then I sprayed the actual ceiling to the best of my ability with the panel sunk down, and me and Kelsey were able to shove it up there. Now, for these, it's a bit trickier. I still have to glue them and have to attach them, so I'm using a nail gun. And these shoot, this is a new gun to me, but they shoot these little bitty 23 gauge nails, and they don't really have a head on them, so they're basically just a metal shank that you shoot in diagonally, but you can't see it because it makes such a microscopic hole. Now those are only meant to hold that thing in place as my glue solidifies. And I'm using what Kelsey calls her hot glue, because running a glue gun off of solar is kind of tedious. So she uses this to glue things together when one would generally use hot glue. It is a fantastic product as well. All right, let's get these in too. Kelsey, don't move.
He's probably going to my feet.
Oh, wow.
Where's he going? Don't find him with the dogs on it, hurt you.
Well, that one has no rattlers. It's safe around here.
He's a friendly snake.
I'm not touching him, though. Carry on, slippery one. Well, good morning, y'all. I got so excited with Mr. No Shoulder showing up that I forgot to show you the progress of the wagon here. We got our ceiling done, and I added our stripping. Now these lights I have running off of my jump box. I made this thing a while back, and in essence it takes my power tool batteries, runs them through a little converter, because these things spit out 20 volts, and I mean they will turn things on, but you'll eventually burn up your components. And then I just have a couple of leads that I have wired in, and that allows me to do questionable things like this and run my lights so I can work in, not the dark. Oh, look. Those are cute. I think another set of those is going to go in that hole back there, too. Okay. Let's keep moving forward. I started working on my countertop last night. This is obviously not the countertop. We have a very nice piece of live edge that I'm going to be cutting, but I want to make a plywood pattern for it because, you get one try. And I don't want to mess up. Okay, y'all, let's keep moving. So part of the many things I do to finish out a rig is I have to finish up all the wiring. And as I showed y'all, I use high quality wiring, but I also use heat shrink butt connectors. So every connection has to be crimped and heat shrinked. And even the terminals that go on the end of our 110 will be done with terminal connectors. It's not just bare wire, because this stuff is stranded. It's not solid core like you see in residential building. It's a little time consuming, but worth it in the end. I've also got my pattern for my countertop done, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm working with here. Because once again, this trailer is being pulled by a really big truck with horses in it. So a difference of 500 pounds, 1,000 pounds is almost a horse. So it doesn't really calculate to horse trailer owners. And this is a live edge countertop. Now, normally I wouldn't put this in a nomadic rig because it's quite heavy. But because we're dealing with such a small space and our weight issue is not such a huge problem with this application, we're going to be able to use this beautiful countertop. But, I only have one chance to cut this thing, so I want to make sure I get it absolutely right. I will measure at least 30 times. While I'm still tucking wires and hanging cabinet doors, which I've got almost all of them installed now, Kelsey has been busy every day training that little dog. At 9 weeks old, she's managed to teach it to stay long enough for her to walk away from it numerous times. Aren't they cute?
Shai, high five. No, one paw. High five. Good high five. Yes. There you go. Shai, shake. Good shake. Good shake. Yes. Shai, down. Good down. Yes, baby. Yes. Shai. Center. Yes. Yes. Shai, heel. Yes. Shai, right. Spin. Yes. Tell me secrets. Hey. Oh, good secret, Shai. So many secrets to tell. Yes. Yes. Should I sit? Should I stay? Good stay, baby girl. Good stay. Oh, you are so smart. You are so smart. Yes. High five, Shai. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl.
Right. This is a nerve-wracking time for me, but it is time nonetheless. I'm losing daylight. I haven't really seen any sunlight with all this cloud coverage today. But I've got to make these rips on this giant piece of teak. I'm utilizing some aluminum tubing as a push guard for my saw because I don't have a track saw. It does not fit in the love hut. But I'm cutting from the bottom, and I'm also using this tape to help with any sort of tear out. And hopefully we have a nice clean cut. But we're going to be doing the countertop in 2 pieces. So we got to do this one first and cut this to go along the slant wall. That'll be the stove. And this butts up against the cabinet. We're cutting from the bottom as well, so the finished side is facing downward. Okay, let's do this. Enough talking. Well, I've got 2 pieces of countertop. Now the mystery is they're both live edge. The sink is going to mount here. So I've got to trim all of this down so that this one can attach to it flush and we can hide our seams pretty much under the sink lip. We're going to have about that much of a seam visible in this whole thing. I have some very exact cuts to make, and unfortunately it's rather late in the day and I can barely see my pencil marks, so I'm going to call that good. Looks like I'm going to be standing with my head in that box tomorrow after I finish this countertop. Me and the owner are about ready to see all these wires go away. Okay, so I got out here and went ahead and made my final cuts this morning. I didn't want to record it and jinx myself and make a mistake. I did not make a mistake. Now for the next step. Now that I have all of this cut out, I have to glue this piece to this piece because we've got this seam here. Let's see if we can make that seam disappear. Unfortunately, I can't make live edge along this edge, so we're gonna have to clean it up and clear coat it along with the countertop. There's just no way to bend wood like that. At least not with a shop that fits in the back of a love hut. Alright, so as that wood glue does its magic thing, I still got a lot of stuff to do. And one of those is finalizing the plumbing. Now the plumbing in this trailer is definitely not one of the most intricate systems I've ever set up. But, you know, we all have our needs. So this one I'm utilizing expansion fittings, which are a little different. Usually I use PEX crimp fittings, but I've been loaned an expansion tool, and this is a more trustworthy type of PEX. It has a coating on it, almost like heat shrink, so it does better with a fluctuation between hot and cold, and it gets both of those things here, so the owner wanted this style of system installed. Let's keep moving forward, and when I get done, I'll explain it to y'all. Oh, look at that. There's a hole. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Cutting a hole that size in a trailer of this size and value is a bit nerve-wracking, but we got it taken care of. I got some new hole saws just for this occasion. I found a whole set of basically knockout hole saws, And they do an amazing job at cutting through this metal. They all watched me cut metal buses and vans and ambulances for years, and I've struggled to find hole saws that do it, but I highly suggest picking up a set of these. Now that we got this hole in it, we can put our hose pipe fittings on the outside. I got another one to do though. Well, the sun is really gone. I'm still waiting on my glue to dry. I'm gonna wait until in the morning to pull these clamps off. I need every bit of fastening power possible with that countertop. I don't want it to break in the future. I've gotten 2 of my 3 holes drilled for this area, but I'm having to go through in total about 1 inch of solid aluminum to get those holes in, so it's a bit of a challenge to say the least. That in conjunction with getting my plumbing as far as I can before I ran out of fittings, but as y'all know, we are a long way from Tucson, so every time we forget a fitting at the store or anything's broken, we have to wait. We'll get some more done tomorrow though.
Y'all, this dog really, really wants Shane to finish up so we can go find a body of water. She's sleeping with her ear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, is your ear wet? Oh, my.
Good morning, Shai.
Baby, are you ready to get in some water? Yeah. Oh, my. Oh, my, look at that wet ear.
Good morning, y'all. It's time to flip over this countertop, pull all the clamps off of it, and get it sanded down for its final install. Tomorrow there is someone coming to do the flooring as well as to put a tile backsplash here above the sink. So I got a lot to do today. Let's get busy.
Yes, that's such a good puppy. Such a good puppy. Go find Dad. Where's Dad?
Good girl.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, you're the best puppy in the whole wide world. You are. You are. Okay, Shai. Walk. Heel. Good heel. Good heel. Okay, forward. Walk. Watch out.
Sometimes that puppy brain kicks in.
Girl, good girl.
But for the most part,
Girl.
this dog impresses us every day.
Turn.
Look at her.
Turn. Yes, come on. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Yes. Good baby. Good baby. Yes. Sit. Good girl. Go find Dad. Where's
Shai,
Dad?
nose. Yes. Good girl, Shake.
Yeah, you found him. You get your treat. Good job.
Well, I would say the sun is gone. My work area is an absolute wreck. It was so pretty this morning. Now, I have gotten a lot done today. I unfortunately didn't record any of it because I was just running around doing little things at a time. And I wasn't really able to teach y'all what those items were. I got all of these installed here today. I've been able to use this tube aluminum that was part of this structure that was added, and I'm using it to display all of our input. So this will be for the propane. This is for city water. I'm still waiting on a 110 volt plug to come in. I'm going to put here. This is our 30 amp shore power, and this is a gravity feed for our water tank. And that one is for the kitchen sink. So you can run a hose to it and run it outside to a bucket or to a little RV trolley like that one over there, or even out into the desert if you're using all natural soap. I also got the countertop set in here because tomorrow morning we have a contractor come in to do the tile here all around the backsplash, as well as put some flooring in. And I went ahead and put in these doors as well, so they know where to put in the floor trim. We'll get some more done tomorrow. I don't know how much more. Just like I said, a contractor's coming. I even managed to get a water heater put in today, as well as the manifold for the shower. More to come, y'all. More to come. Oh, good morning, y'all. I'm excited today. Things are coming to an end today. Last night I tried to show you all this in the dark, but that didn't work out so well. This is going to be our water heater, and it's out here in the horse room. Obviously, you're not going to run it with the horses in here, but we even have us a nice vent up here to vent this thing out. And I just use these basic mixer valves for shower heads because everything is able to mount outside the wall versus inside like a residential. I wanted to show you all the inside as well. This is about the most put together it's been, period. After today, it should look really put together. I do believe today I'm going to try to put the solar on the roof to give these workers in here space to work. We'll see what we get done today. I might just play with Shai all day. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, but most certainly factually, there was a bit of a logistical confusion between me and the other contractor, which means I get to keep working today. I've continued to push ahead on the plumbing system here, and I've got most of it done. I've got 2 more lines to run, one of which being the vent and winterizing drain, which is what that little valve on the bottom is. So it's almost time to explain this to y'all. I installed this water heater this morning as well, or finished doing the install by tying in the gas system as well as installing this little shower head and manifold. Let's keep moving. All right, I think I've got the water system completely installed. I've got my countertop back in. And all of it's hidden in the back of this cabinet. I also made the front of this cabinet removable because the person that has to work on it is a big fellow like myself. So you need some shoulder room to get in and work on these pumps. And really that's about the only issue you should have with a system like this is that pump failing. And I put quick release or threaded swivel connections on all sides of the pump and the accumulator. And what we have here is a rather rudimentary water system, but it still has a lot of connections in it, and you got to make sure you have all the right components. So we have cutoffs here, and this is going to be for the hot and cold for the kitchen sink, which will connect right there. And then this one is going to be a line that goes outside, and that's for city water connection. So if you want to pressurize this system with a hose pipe so you can wash all the dishes and use all the hot water, you can do that. And then this line here is going to be coming out of the tank, up through this cutoff valve, through the pump, through the accumulator, and then into the system. We also have a line coming down from the top hole on this tank. This tank only has 3 holes. Most of them have 4, so I had to do the plumbing a little differently. But either way, the vent comes down and it tees into this line here, which has a valve on it, and this is going to be our winterizing dump. So come winter, if this thing still has water in it and a hard freeze is coming, which is going to be rare in this actual area, you open this valve and it blows, or it drains all the water out of the tank and out of the system eventually. You can put pressurized air in the system off of the sinks, and it'll help push the water out. All of that comes up behind that countertop, up through the cabinets, and then spits out back here. And I've run this big iron pipe, and that's what's running the propane back here, as well as all of this PEX. And it tees into the system here with a rudimentary shower. I believe the intent is to use basically a collapsible kiddie pool that has a hose on it that you can drain and run the hose out through the door so you can shower in here as well. All right, let's keep going. We got more to do. I'm not gonna get tired of those sunsets, but I have completed about as much as I am going to complete today. I'll take y'all and show you. Tomorrow I'm gonna start testing out the water and the propane and eventually portions of the electrical system. But I think that's about all we're gonna do today. Good night. Good morning, y'all. As is tradition with me, the process of finishing one of these projects is literally moving all of my tools and supplies out of the rig one thing at a time because I got nothing left to do. Obviously, it's still quite chaotic in here. This morning my intent is to test the plumbing so I can make sure there's no leaks in it before I install that countertop because the towel guy is coming back today. Let's see what we can get done in here.
We are starting our morning off testing the water system.
Shai's doing great.
I think Shai found her new favorite toy.
Hey!
Hey!
Leave it. You can't chew on the hose pipe. Kathy will get you.
She sure does like being sprayed with it, though. Oh, wet puppy. Ooh, wow. That is looking nice. And the floors are going to be perfect, too. We got cardboard down right now so we don't mess them up. And Shane is on to finishing up the wiring. Oh, this is going to be awesome. And this little girl is so trustworthy. Well, guys, that was an abrupt ending to our plans, or a change of plans, I guess is a better description. We are on our way to the vet, and not in the Love Hut, as you can see.
We've been loaned this minivan because we have a very critical situation. One, it's Friday, as you all know, which means the vets are about to be closed for the weekend, and this dog has a foxtail stuck in her ear, which is in essence an airborne seed to grass. And that thing can burrow into her ear, so we got to go get it removed before they close the vet.
Yeah, she says it hurts very, very badly, so we got to make sure we get it taken care of. Yeah, we'll fix it, Shai. No worries. And on to new adventures next week. Yeah.
That was all the way down in her ear.
Yeah, I always fell down there.
Wow.
We got it all taken care of, and she is absolutely tuckered out. Back to this horse trailer we go, y'all. Oh, that's some pretty views.
Oh, look at that sunset, y'all. I'm using my spotlight because we made it back after dark. I was quite excited about showing y'all what was accomplished today. And there's a taste of it. But you know y'all are going to have to come back next week to see it. I do appreciate all of you that stuck around to the end of this video hoping to see the final product, but unfortunately, the universe just had other plans for us. We'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.